What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. And if you did see my last video, we reviewed the Stranger Things Season 4 Hopper. And in this video, I thought it would just make sense to continue it with the Stranger Things Season 4 Vecna figure. This guy kicks all sorts of ass. He's from the same set that Hopper was. Definitely one of my new favorite horror icons, because that's really what he is. He's a horror icon now. Obviously, he takes a lot of inspiration from Freddy Krueger, with the whole claw and the way he talks and the way he attacks people in their dreams and such. Takes a lot of inspiration from Freddy Krueger, but I don't mind that, actually. I think it's badass. Honestly, I think he is cooler than Freddy Krueger. That's because I'm not a big Freddy Krueger guy. You guys know this. I'm more of a Jason, Michael Myers, obviously, Freddy, or Chucky and Ghostface fan. Myself, Saw and some Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. But this guy, I am a huge fan of. I think he is badass in the show. What's his name? Henry Bauer, I think his name is, in real life, who voices him and plays the character. I think he does a great job. He is just intimidating as all hell. So yeah, but the figure was done beautifully. But before we get into any of the details of the figure, we're going to do a little bit of a comparison here to Hopper. Surprisingly, Hopper is taller. I don't know if that's something I feel like I should be surprised about, but I kind of am. Because when you see, Vecna, he's such a presence in the show. I guess you really don't consider his height, aside from when he's, like, towering over 11, kind of like that. When he's, still, what's his name? I forget the actual character's name. They call, oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? I guess you could just call him One for now, because I'm just completely drawing a blank on his name. But yeah, he does look huge in the show. And one thing I did want to try is, if I could, because again, these figures are all on ball joints. Just want to see if you can inter-swap these guys. Now, obviously, the heads can probably inter-swap. That's like how it is on most figures. But, see, they can't. That's something interesting. Because they used a ball joint, the other end of the ball joint for the head on Vecna. They didn't. It's opposite for Hopper. It's interesting. So you actually cannot interchange the heads. Really interesting. Let me pop Vecna's head back on. It's actually the first time I've ever popped his head off. But yeah, that's actually interesting that they did that. I'm curious as to whether that was intentional or if it just was a happy accident. That's just the way they designed the figure. Where God, his leg just completely looked like it snaps right there. Holy cow. Anyway, but yeah, both beautifully sculpted figures. But this Vecna, man, they did a phenomenal job on this guy. Now, in my opinion, I'd pay $40 for this guy, and that's how much he was. Even though they don't come with any accessories, like I said in the last video. But this guy is just, look at the sculpts on this guy, man. This is not all paint. This is all sculpted on. Just look at that sculpt. Like, look at those eyes. They're all glossy. Now, in the show, it's really hard to be able to tell what color he is if you just base it off by the show, because he's such a mute color that any lighting situation that he's in, it really bounces. It, like, really dictates, the color of him. Like, when he's in blue areas, he looks very blue/purple. If he's in a red room, he looks very red. He's just kind of those dim colors. But I'm going to assume that they got the coloring right, just based off behind-the-scenes photos. Yeah, he just looks awesome, man. He looks sick as hell. I just dig the way this figure came out. Now, obviously, he's got the big claw hand, which is, reminiscent of Freddy Krueger's glove. Obviously, he doesn't have it on this hand either. It's just his regular hand. I forget if they explained why he has a claw hand like that. I don't remember if they explained it or not. But obviously, the reason he looks like this was because, 11 sent him into the Upside Down. He got electrocuted and, by all the lightning under there and everything. And then eventually it just started to grow on him. All the tendrils and shit from the Upside Down. He just pretty much became one with the Upside Down, and he's like the main leader, which is interesting. it's sculpted beautifully. But in terms of articulation, you know, they're all on ball joints. Like I said, all the joints are balls. You know, he's got ball joint here. Now he does have some extra ball joints. He's got an extra ball joint here, whereas Hopper, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that extra ball joint down here, which is interesting. You know, obviously knee articulation. Another thing he has is he's got feet articulation. He's able to bend his feet up like that, which just looks hilarious when he's just standing like that. I never understand why like characters get like certain feet articulation. It's kind of strange, but it's funny as all hell, you know, when they do, because you can just do some of the most random things with their feet. Feet and finger articulation are like the most unnecessarily points of articulation, but yeah, the main draw for this guy is just the overall sculpt. He just is sculpted beautifully. I cannot wait for Season 5 to finally come out. You know, it's been so long already since we got Season 4. It's already almost been 2 years, which is crazy. Yeah, it's already almost been 2 years since we got Season 4. You know, it feels like Season 4 just came out not that long ago. But it's already been 2 years, and, you know, Season 5, you still got another year to go, which is unfortunate, you know. We were hoping we were going to get it in 2024. It just was not the case, which is all right, you know. It's understandable. Hopefully we'll actually get Cobra Kai Season 6 this year, which will keep us waiting, but, you know, I actually prefer Cobra Kai, but yeah, this guy's just awesome. I hope we do see him again. I mean, no, obviously we'll see him again in Season 5, but hopefully kind of hoping they upgrade his look maybe just a little bit, you know. I feel like it wasn't perfect. You know, there were certain scenes where, and I don't know if you've seen memes about this, where in certain scenes, especially when he's all to the side, he looks like the Grinch, man, because he does got a bit of a tummy in the show. He really does look like the Grinch at certain points, and it was hilarious, but they definitely toned it down for the figure, which is great. Yeah, man, I actually just can't get over it. I don't spend too much time looking at this guy. He's definitely one of the figures I pay attention to the least, which is a shame because he is just sculpted beautifully, man. He's beautifully sculpted. It's actually blowing me away a little bit right now, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the review of Vecna, Stranger Things Season 4. Hopefully I will get some more of these figures eventually. They're kind of on the list, but they're really lower down on the list. There's some other figures I want to get in the meantime. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.